Yeah. What's everybody fighting for? Why can't people help people? That's the question.
Oh my God, it's people helping people!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another amazing episode of People Helping People. Yeah, feels good. Goodness, right before we went live, we had about 2 minutes left on the countdown there, and I bumped one of these cables, and down came the lights in the background and the whole spotlight on the beautiful piece behind me, and so we had to do some damage control before we went live, but I hope everybody's doing good. It is Wednesday. We are on episode number 4 of chapter 3, and holy smokes, time is a-flying. And I went live earlier. You know, before we get into all of that, if it's your first time joining us, welcome to the show. This is a live show. So if you would like to leave questions, comments for myself about past guests, about what the future holds, just go ahead and leave that in the comment box there. And I will acknowledge everybody on this show. So you get to be a part of this podcast. That's what it's all about, the community. And your boy B's in the house. We see you. Welcome in. Salute, brother. Man. And I was just going to go off on a tangent of your boy B. I'll be right back with you. But yeah, this show is about community. This show is about collaboration. And we interview artists, musicians. Excuse me. We interview artists, musicians, business owners. And we look behind the curtains. We get to know their why, their reason, their purpose for doing why, or for the reasons why they do what they do. But your boy B, I was going to mention, my ma calls me today. She's almost in tears. It was a surprise for her. Your boy B donated an incredible piece of artwork. And if you could, your boy B, leave a comment with the link to, I believe you got your website up, or correct me if I'm wrong, but if you did, let's go ahead and promote that. Let's get it on screen. But the Veiled Symphony of Chaos was the piece of art that he donated to our auction, in which we raised over $3,800 for the kids to go to Camp Asda. Come on. But my ma was almost, she was crying when she got outbid for the piece that your boy B painted. And the person that outbid her backed out. So I contacted my father. My ma's birthday is coming up, and he was the next highest bidder. And so she called me today and was in tears, just over the moon excited when that surprise showed up at the house. And so your boy B, your piece is now with my family, and you made my ma's birthday worth remembering. And my dad says he's got that buys him another 5 years of true love. So thank you, your boy B. Shout out. I thought that was so funny. He goes, yeah, it buys me another 5 years. I was like, all right, Pops. It's so good. But as you can hear, my voice is a little bit shot. I have been extremely under the weather. Yesterday, I had a complete bedridden day. Crohn's has got the best of me. And what I'm finding out is that what used to work for my Crohn's is no longer working. So I'm switching up my diet and trying new things. But, I'm just like any other human. We have health complications on top of, being a type 1 diabetic. But yeah, Crohn's is it's getting the best of me. So for me to have a bedridden day takes a lot. And yesterday was that day. But I'm here. I'm here. I'm here for this show, and I'm here for you guys. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how things in our lives as we progress, people can start to develop things like allergies, or certain foods don't mix with their bodies the same as they used to. Or, if you're a drinker, alcohol can affect you differently and tap into different things, bring up things that it didn't used to. And I think this life is about adaptability and being able to maneuver in specific ways that pertain to where you're at today. And it's okay to be pliable and change the ways that you're moving forward and the way that you approach life. Because as I sit here again, doing my best to sustain, I realize that it's okay that the things that didn't used to work for me, or the things that used to work for me, are no longer. And I need to adapt. I need to change whatever it is. I try and stay as healthy as possible, but those foods that I used to eat are affecting me differently now. And because those are affecting me differently now, it also throws my blood sugars out of whack. So it's this crazy balancing act that, sometimes you just got to reel it in. And so I've been living off of cashew butter and eggs with salt and pepper, and a couple other things sprinkled in here and there, but keeping it very minimal in order to take care of myself and let my body heal. So we are on that path right now. And gosh dang it, I'm an optimistic human being. We got this. Your boy B says, I am beyond grateful. And he also is going to shoot us that Instagram link so you guys can check that out. Go to his right there. There we are. Go show some love to your boy B. He is launching his art business, or has launched his art business. So being somebody who has been a part of People Helping People family since the jump, we've not only featured him on the show, but he donated his piece to help these kids. He jumped at it. Without question. So let's go show your boy B some love. His Instagram handle is right here. But I just state all of this to let you guys know that it's okay to not be okay sometimes. And for me to take a day of bed rest because my Crohn's is so stinking flared up that it felt like the only thing I could do is okay. And I felt much better after that day of rest. And if I look a little peaked and sound a little peaked, that would be why. But if you're experiencing anything in your life right now that is hurting you, excuse me, if you're experiencing anything like health complications, I just advocate for you to, for one, listen to your body. Listen to the whispers that your body is telling you, because you don't want to wait too long until those whispers get loud. And I don't know if I did the best job of taking my own advice. I knew that I was having some issues, and I do eat healthy. But again, the things that were working for me before are no longer. So We're having to switch things up and adapt, and that's what life is about. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, Rizzle music in the house. Uplift State of Mind podcast. He's got a really incredible mental health podcast over there. So if you guys are into that, go give him a subscribe and a follow. They talk about anything and everything. They break it down. Everything mental health over there. So go give them a follow. Rizzle Music says, hell of an artist. Yes, your boy B is a hell of an artist. Same with Rizzle Music. I mean, both those guys are really, really incredible. Your boy B says, and praying you get better sooner than later, brother. Thank you. Thank you. He says, love you, brother. I love you too, man. Thank you for that. And, I've been through this before. And I think that's one thing that is really important, is realizing how much that you've gone through in life, and that these roadblocks are nothing but speed bumps. You got to keep that momentum and keep a positive outlook and a positive mindset. I do wake up every single morning, and the first thing that I tell myself is that today is going to be the best day ever. And I know that sounds so stinking cliche, but I do tell myself that. And I seek out fulfilling that day to day. So starting with that mentality, whether my stomach is hurting or my blood sugars are crazy, I start with that sentiment. I start with that pattern that today is going to be the best day ever. And then I let the world show me why. And I get to choose. And sometimes it falls off right out the gates, right? You look at your phone and you're like, oh man, there's just so many things piling up. Either you got to catch up on or attend to. But I think that a good start is starting with that sentiment that today is going to be the best day ever, and letting the world show you how. But yeah, I also wanted to talk on this episode about, being selfish or filling up your own cup. Because me taking a step back from my family and moving to Tucson, or going and working in the oil field, or whatever it may have been, I've stepped away from a lot of the people that I love multiple times into areas where I knew nobody. And I felt like those were such selfish acts at the time. Like those acts of me going to do something for myself hurt me. And as I've gotten older, I realized that I cannot help the people around me and try to pour what's in my cup into others if my cup is not overflowing, if I have nothing to give. So I think the word selfish, or being selfish, quote unquote, has a negative connotation. And I don't think that taking care of yourself is being selfish. I think it's necessary. I think it's something that we all need to do. And me taking a day of rest, like yesterday, I felt like I was just letting everything go. There's so many things that need done. But I had to take a moment to let my body heal. It's necessary. Because again, you cannot pour from an empty cup. And me sitting here today in Tucson, Arizona, building out something that I believe in, where we as a community, as a collaborative, we come together and build out something incredible that I can fill up my cup and other people's cup at the same time. And that took a lot of trial and error. It took a lot of me trying different things to see what I actually love and enjoy and appreciate, and how I can move forward with whatever avenue it was that I chose to fill my cup. And I know that once my cup is overflowing, that we'll be able to do more good in the world, or do even better than what we already are. But that all starts with you guys, so thank you all. Excuse me. But yeah, I just, this show is going to be a solo show. I'm just going to sit here and ramble for a little bit because we had a guest that was going to be on that fell through. I had a backup guest also fell through, and that is okay. You got to roll with the punches sometimes. You just you got to realize that things aren't always going to pan out the way that you think, and also have perspective on things. Realize that other people have lives too, right? When they have things that come up, this cannot be the top of their priority list. And I understand that. So no big deal. We are here. We're going to run a show no matter what. And I'm excited to have this platform and this stage to be able to talk with you guys and hopefully share a little something. I hope you get a little nugget from each episode that you can take home or you can digest mentally and help you through a day. It could be something as simple as that, waking up and saying that today's going to be a good day or the best day ever, and then trying to validate that as the day goes on. But I hope that this brings you guys some inspiration, some love, some clarity. But before we go any further, tonight's show is sponsored by Mike Silkowski. He's your local partner in getting your message in front of the right people. Mike specializes in helping businesses right here in Southern Arizona reach their ideal customers through TV and streaming services. He's not just sponsoring this chapter 3, I should say, of People Helping People. He's building partnerships, and he doesn't succeed unless you do. So if you're ready to grow your business with someone who's invested in your success, call Mike directly at 515-305-5311. Again, that's 515-305-5311. Thank you, Mike, for being a sponsor of the show. We love you, brother. This episode is also sponsored by T-Town Boxing. It's Tucson's home for boxing, kickboxing, and recovery classes for all ages. T-Town Boxing isn't just a gym, it's a community where you can build confidence, discipline, and lifelong skills. Whether you're stepping into the ring for the first time or sharpening your technique. From kids to adults, beginners to experienced fighters, T-Town Boxing offers a space to grow, train, and challenge yourself. So if you're ready to push your limits and join an amazing community, reach out to T-Town Boxing on Instagram at instagram.com/T-Town Boxing or their website, boxingtucson.com. Again, that's instagram.com/T-Town Boxing or their website, boxingtucson.com. Thank you, Jake, for sponsoring this over there at T-Town Boxing. We love you, brother. This episode is also sponsored by Diabetes Network of Arizona. It is a community built by people living with type 1 diabetes for people living with type 1 diabetes. They're home to Arizona's only family camp for type 1 diabetics, giving kids and families a place to connect, learn, and feel understood. Every dollar raised stays right here in Arizona, helping our neighbors and loved ones. Last year, they provided scholarships for families to attend camp, delivered thousands of life-saving diabetic supplies, and launched programs that protect foster youth and support schools across the state. Because no family should ever face diabetes alone, and with your help, they don't have to. You can make a donation today. The donation link is right below in the description. That's the Diabetes Network of Arizona. They're building a stronger, healthier Arizona together. Thank you for sponsoring this episode, you guys. Let's see. Rizzle Music says Alex needs to come to Oregon on December 13th and perform at my toy drive. Oh, bro, that would be epic. That would be epic. Let's talk about that toy drive. Riz, if I send you an invite right now, you want to jump on real quick? We'll do a quick segment and talk about it, because this being a solo episode, I want to go ahead and open up with you guys. Allow the people in the comments or the people watching the show to jump on and talk about their endeavors. And then I also want to talk about pain points. If there's any information that I can give you guys to help you through any pain points that you have in business, whether it's the structuring of your business, the marketing of your business, or if you're an artist or a musician, I would like to open up the discussion to you guys. And a part of that is allowing you to come onto the show and have a quick discussion about it. So Riz, if you're up for it, we'll get you on here. Let's see what else we got, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we're talking about collaboration and community and how we're building out exactly that, and how collaboration is the foundation of community. It's really what People Helping People is all about. You know, that collaboration is not competition. And that's the thing. In this space, lifting one another up, promoting the people that deserve promotion, that are doing good things in life, and having the platform to do so, and that cross-pollination of information, I think is so, so important. Because you cannot build something meaningful alone. Every connection builds an even bigger voice between your audience, their audience, and that cross-pollination of information, especially with as many people as we have here at People Helping People, it really is what builds the foundation of... Sorry, guys, I'm reading some comments here. It really is what builds the foundation of a movement, of real community, of us moving forward as a unit to be able to provide more for one another and to come together. And Rizzle says that he is down to come on to the show to talk about this give back. So let's get him on. Let's get him on right now. Let's see. I'll shoot you an invite over on Facebook, Riz. I want to hear about this. Let's give the people a good outlet. Let's see. There we go. Perfect. I'll shoot you this invite link right now. And we'll talk about Rizzle's give back. Metropolis the Musical 2024 says, still trying to build my presence on the web and need help. Ooh. Yes. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put these chats up on the screen so you guys can read them as I do. Looks like, okay, there we go. Great. Yeah, so if you need some help, I have people here in the Arizona region. I would just say, because I know who this person is, but I would reach out to the contacts that you already have, and I would tell them just that, because as you know, with the discussions that we've had, more people want to help than you understand. And it's not weakness to ask and let them know, listen, this is what I'm struggling with. This is where I'm at. But calling and at least having that conversation to start is a great place to go from where you're at. Just because I know your personal scenario right now, and I know you've got the contacts. So start to make those calls. I think tomorrow, if you just set a goal like one phone call a day, doesn't have to be a long call, maybe 5 minutes, one quick phone call a day, and just let them know where you're at. Tell them about your pain points, because I do know people in the space of production. We had an incredible guest on and we discussed their documentary that was on Amazon. Well, it's on all streaming platforms. The Last Mixtape, shout out. But I think that you have a very well-versed network of people that you could benefit from reaching out to. So lean on the people that are closest before you start to branch out. But ladies and gentlemen, we have the man himself, the leader of. Hold on, let me take off these comments real quick. There we go. The man himself leading the charge for Rizzle's Give Back. It is Rizzle.
How's it going? How are we
brother.
doing?
Little impromptu.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. Just got off work, just got home a little bit ago.
Nice. Nice. Well, talk to me, bro. Well, first off, for the people that don't know, go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Rizzle. I am a musician slash landscaper slash father, husband, event planner, I would say. I plan charity shows and stuff. Yeah, just kind of try to do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, wearing many hats, many
Yeah.
hats.
Yeah.
That's great, man. And you now have another give back coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's just in time for Christmas. And I would like to hear more about that. Give me some info.
I actually have two coming up, two toy drives. I have a toy drive December 5th in Salem at the Tiki Lounge, and that is all toys are going to be going to Black Joy, Oregon from that event. And then the following weekend, we have a toy drive in McMinnville at the Grange Hall. And that is, I think the toys are going to the McMinnville Fire Department because they do a toy drive each year. And I'm in communication with them right now because their collection date is the day before my event, like the date that they cut off, and so the ladies said that it probably won't be a big deal. They just need to have time to get the stuff out to the people and get the toys sorted and everything. But yeah, I was fortunate enough to get a venue donated to me for the McMinnville show. And well, I mean the Salem show, the venue also, just but they do events and stuff like that all the time. They do shows and stuff. So that was a good one to get. But yeah, the Grange Hall in McMinnville, I was so surprised. I reached out to them just to kind of see how much it would be, and I explained my show, my idea to them a bit, and then nothing really happened. Nothing came of it. I kind of got discouraged a bit, not because of them, but just because like it costs money to do this stuff. And I spent so much time at the last event trying to get sponsors just to cover the event or the venue cost, that I could have spent that time getting more resources to give back to people. And so I was discouraged. I didn't know if I even wanted to go forward with another give back in such short notice because of the cost. I didn't have the cost to book the venue, and I didn't really know if I wanted that stress again of doing all the outreach again right away. And I'd kind of tapped all my resources I had thought locally at the time for the time being. And then the guy was like, well, tell me a little bit more about your idea, And so I told him a little more, and he's like, you know what? Consider this venue a gift as a gift for part of your toy drive, and just make us a sponsor and include us in your advertising, and we would love to be a part of it. No money at all. And so dude, I almost cried. I called my wife right away and was like, look, I can't believe what just happened, like
Shout out to the Grange,
dude. Yeah. And then on top of that, we have a local it's like a pay what you can like restaurant. They were originally in Union, Oregon, and they are moving to Oregon or to McMinnville. And it sucks because they're kind of getting a little pushback from the community because I don't know. I feel like the community has been trying its best for a few years to kind of handle the homelessness problem and stuff one way, and then this organization and nonprofits coming in and they're like, hey, we're gonna feed people. We don't care. we'll charge. If you can pay, cool. If you can't pay, you can still come and eat and stuff. And so they're like on board with my cause, and so they're going to come to the toy drive and they're going to feed people and provide meals at the toy drive for no cost as well. And so, dude, we are just, it's just crazy. All this stuff happened within like 2 days, and so I'm just like, I'm floating right now, man.
That's amazing, brother.
Yeah. And they have a following. They have such a following. This nonprofit is called Mimas, and this woman her name is Elise Stevens, and her husband, they're from McMinnville originally, and they go all around the country and they feed people. They go to fires, they go to disasters, they go to riots, they go like November 15th, they're going down to Skid Row to feed the homeless people. And they just like, I know that because they're like, well, I want to make sure that we're back in time to do your event and stuff. And so like, man, I'm so fortunate to have that much of a support system, like just on board with us. It's crazy.
That's amazing, bro. And so tell me, how do people get involved?
Well, I have an email address set up. It is rizzlesgiveback@gmail.com. And people can email us if they want, if they have any questions about how they can donate, or if they have questions about upcoming events or anything like that. Yeah, that's the best way to get in touch with me and with us. So yeah.
Awesome. Cool. I put that right on the screen here, ladies and gentlemen. rizzlesgiveback@gmail.com. If you have any questions or anything for him, reach out. If you know of any sponsors, reach out. The more people that are involved in these types of things, the better. So if whatever it is that you can bring to the table, or maybe you know somebody that can bring something to the table, reach out to Rizzle, because I mean, these types of things are out of love, right? These are from our hearts. These are from Rizzle, just out of the goodness of his heart, with a man who's got a full-time job, 5 kiddos, a wife, and a podcast. I mean, juggling a ton to be orchestrating something like this for the community is really something admirable, you know, and I just want people to jump on board. If you're available to be able to help out in any which way, absolutely reach out. And, you know, I just have to tip my hat to you, man. Like I said, that's a lot of hats to wear.
I appreciate that. You said podcast too. I forgot about podcast when I was introducing myself. I was listing everything and I didn't even say podcast. Yeah. 20 episodes in, man. It is definitely an experience. I'm learning a lot about myself doing that for sure. But,
oh man.
Yeah.
Good, bad, and different. It
Yeah.
teaches you quick.
Yeah.
Yes. Sir.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though about the venue just being so on board with this toy drive that like I'm stoked, because it's going to be a free event. Like we're not charging anything. We're going to have face painting again. Hopefully we're going to, weather permitting, we're going to have a bounce house again. And like, we don't have to charge anything. People don't, that's my number one thing about wanting to do these give backs is it's a give back. I'm not trying to charge people money. I'm not trying to make people pay to come and do this. Like I would come out of my pocket and lose money on these events 8 days a week, just to make sure that they happen, you know? And so I'm trying to just align myself with people like that, you know?
Nice. Beautiful. Well, shout out to everybody that's getting involved in that. And again, if you want to get involved, just shoot Rizzle an email over there, rizzlesgiveback@gmail.com. And then how do you guys go about dispersing the toys once they're collected?
So that's what's really great about, I'm trying to find, that's why I'm in contact with the fire department. Because
I lost video. Keep going.
They because they have a toy drive here locally every year, and that's why they cut off their collection date at December 12th. That gives them, you know, almost 2 weeks to sort the toys and make sure that they have destinations for everything. And so that was my first shot was, let me reach out to them and see if we can if we can take all of our toys and give them to them, because it's already an established cause, you know, and I don't have to worry about that or worry about anybody questioning where the stuff's going afterwards or anything like that. And it was funny too, because I reached out to him and I said, hey, I'm doing a toy drive this Christmas and or this December, you know, I know you guys have a toy drive. Would it be okay if I donated my toys from my event to you guys? Thank you for your time, blah, blah, blah. And she says, oh, I'm sorry. We already have a toy drive established. We can't contribute any of our resources to another toy drive. But if you would like to donate, please contact us. And I'm like, oh, I think she misunderstood me. So I was like, no. I don't need anything from you. I have my own toy drive. I just want to know if when I'm done, I could take all my shit and give it to you guys. You know, she's like, oh, haha, like, yeah. And so, yeah, hopefully that's going to work out. But, you know, I just keeping it local, you know, in the fire department, they do a lot around here. It's, you know, I think mostly are all volunteers, you know, and so like any way that I can help out that. And if that doesn't work, there's a couple other local places, Juliet's house and a couple places like that, where they do things for like abused children or abused, you know, stuff like that. So I'm just trying to keep it local and make sure that they go to good causes.
Awesome,
So,
man.
yeah.
Awesome. I love it. And is there any particular role that you need filled right now? So if we're going to put out a PSA to the people, off the top of your head, is there a specific role that you need help with most as we speak?
I don't think so. I think maybe a few volunteers like day of, but mostly I already have so many people willing to just help out. Right now I'm just trying to find I'm trying to get the right artists and performers put together, and then I'm going to reach out to them. And I don't know. I think if anybody wants to help, they can definitely shoot an email or something, and then we can go from there. But yeah, that'd be awesome.
Very cool. Yeah. And you said performers, so you guys are going to have live music as well?
Yep. Yeah. So I think I can start setting up at 4:00. So I think the event's gonna probably start around 5:30 or 6, and then probably till 9:30.
Nice.
So yeah, it's gonna be a nice little 3-hour event. Hopefully the weather's good so we can have that bounce house outside. But
Yeah, great. And the dates on both those events once more.
December 5th is the show in Salem at the Tiki Lounge, and then that's a Friday, and then December 13th is a Saturday, and that's the Grange Hall. And those are both a very merry Rismas.
I love it.
That's what the title of the shows are. And so yeah, it's gonna be Rizzles Give Back presents, you know, such and such. So yep.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you for just impromptu jumping on the show.
Thank you. I'm sitting here without my shirt on. You said that you're like, oh, you want to jump? And I'm like watching the stream. I looked at my wife and she just laughed, and I'm like, oh shit, let me put my shirt on real quick. And so yeah, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you having me on to help spread the word.
For sure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Rizzle. And again, before we go, if you can help in any which way, if you want to volunteer, if you know somebody that can help sponsor the show or sponsor his events, Rizzles Give Back right here. Hold on. Let me see there we go. Right here at gmail.com. Go ahead and shoot him an email. And if you'd like to donate or whatever it may be, just shoot him an email, get in touch with him. Because, yeah, he's out there doing some amazing things for the people. So we appreciate you coming on, brother.
Hell yeah. Appreciate you having me.
Later. Yeehaw. That's amazing. That is truly amazing. And gosh, you know, that's what's so great about having this show is people out there. Oh man, I keep losing connection. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me put on some music while I figure this out. I think my camera's overheating right now, which is why I have the AC on full blast. One sec. That's a fun little loop. My buddy sent me that guitar riff. Sorry about that, guys. But we're back. We're back and we're in action. My buddy sent me this little riff on the guitar, and I was like, "Oh, I can make something of that." So I added in this bass line and the drums. It's, good vibes. Where was I? This is just a fun little solo episode. But you guys, I feel as though having anybody that wants to come on the show, pop in and say something. Let's just bring you on. We'll just bring you on the spot, and we'll talk about what you got going on. If there's some pain points with your business, pain points in personal life, pain points with music or art, I may not have the answers, right? Definitely don't have all the answers. But if I can't help you personally, I would like to make those connections for you live on the show. Because we've talked to a lot of incredible people, and I know they're here as a part of our community to help our community. So they are here at arm's length, which is a beautiful thing. Metropolis the Musical says, contact the schools for kids in need, as well as Meals on Wheels. The elderly love a little something to hug. I think that's what you meant. Yeah, just some typos in there. But yeah, good information. Your boy B says that riff is nice. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I thought so too. Shout out to Jordan. But you guys, being that this was a solo show, an impromptu solo show, and I have been under the weather, I want to shout out our sponsors one more time. T-Town Boxing, we love you, Jake Wilson over there. Mike Silkowski, the man, the myth, the legend. If you guys need anything marketing related and you are a business owner in the Tucson area, call Mike. If you missed that portion, go back and his phone number's there. And our new sponsor, Diabetes Network of Arizona. If you'd like to donate to a good cause, those guys are doing such amazing things. They are the ones that put on Camp Asda. And they reached out to me, and I am a proud representative of them. You can donate to their cause below. Let's see. Rizzle Music says, thanks again, brother, for having me on. Absolutely, man. Thank you for sharing. We appreciate you. Thank you for putting a shirt on. We appreciate you. Man, yeah, but this is a nice little impromptu show. There's a few topics that I wanted to discuss, and I wanted to tell you guys about my Crohn's and let you guys know that you're not alone if you're going through some stomach issues, and know that your body changes over time. I think that was the whole moral of telling that story. The same things that worked for me when I was diagnosed, how to get into remission, are not working for me now. So my body has changed, and I have to adapt as an individual. So things that were working for you prior may not work any longer. And that's when you have to reevaluate your game plan. Gosh, what a metaphor that is, right? But we also launched our post show. I haven't even named it yet. The post show is a vertical version of People Helping People. That post show will be what we just practiced right here, right now, where I actually bring people on and we discuss their businesses. We use our resources at People Helping People to make the connections for them to brighten and enlighten their futures in whatever it is that they have going on. So being that I have built multiple businesses over the years, I can teach you guys how to properly structure your business with LLCs and what type of addresses that you should and should not use, how to go about getting business funding in order to get business credit cards and things like that. I can help you guys with that. I can help you guys with establishing a podcast if you'd like, what information that you need, what gear you need. I can help quite a few people and quite a few things because I've failed at so many over the years. And that's the beauty of trying new things, is knowing that those failures carry lessons, and those lessons you need to pass on to other people so they don't make the same mistakes that you have made along the way. So the after show, after People Helping People is over, starts 30 minutes after we close this show out. So if we closed out now, we'd be starting at about 7:15. So if you guys have questions about your business, or you guys want to be on the vertical version of people helping people and connecting with us that way and getting feedback from the people that are in there, join us for the after show. I think we'll probably call it People Helping People Connections. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're workshopping, but it's a nice way for us all to get together and figure things out. Your boy B says, I'd be more than happy to pop on and say what's up. Your boy B, join us for the after show then. Like I said, we'll pop in at 7:15 and let's talk about your business. Let's talk about some pain points and let's talk about how we can get through it. Okay? So you got some work cut out for you, or maybe you have some stuff on the top of your head. Excuse me. But yeah, we may be under the weather, but ladies and gentlemen, we're showing up. We're showing up. We're showing consistency and bringing you guys a show no matter what. Friday, we have an incredible guest on. I am so excited for Friday. And then Monday and Wednesday of next week and Friday, all of next week is booked. So I'm really excited, you guys. And I want to thank you for joining us on episode number 4 of chapter 3 of People Helping People. And yeah, go try something new. Love you guys. Deuces.
Yeah. What's everybody fighting for? Why can't people help people? That's the question.